The next thing we're going to do is what I consider the culmination of the first half of this course. We've covered a lot of material here. We've used the rest stroke to stabilize our hand and alternate our fingers. We've crossed strings. We added the left hand in and we studied parallel position, and we learned how to synchronize our left hand and right hand. Now we're going to put all of this together to play an excerpt from Francisco Tárrega's Etude number 7. Francisco Tárrega was one of the great guitar composers. He lived from 1852 to 1909 in Spain and was a great innovator for our instrument. He was one of the first people to really use fingernails to play, and also played with a much larger guitar. Many of the classical period guitarists that you might see pictures of have these little parlor-sized instruments. And Tárrega wanted more sound. And the world of music was also progressing to the point where people were giving concerts in concert halls, not in salons or parlors where the smaller guitar would be just enough volume to make everything sound great. Tárrega's greatest pieces are the wonderful tremolo piece Recuerdos de la Alhambra and Capricho Árabe, as well as the two little gems, Adelita and Lágrima. There's many more of his pieces out there, and I encourage you to get to know them, perhaps through an internet search. In the meantime, we're going to go on and we're going to start working on this Etude number 7. And like I said, we're going to work on part of it because it becomes a little more complex as it goes. We're going to take the part that fulfills our needs and gives you something really fun to play, and makes you feel like we're advancing. We're putting everything together. So, let's go. One and two and three and four and. Before we break the piece down, I would just like to take a moment to apologize to purists, because we're going to change the time signature of this piece from 2/4 to 4/4. Instead of using 16th notes, we're going to use 8th notes. I think this is an appropriate decision to make for a beginner course. And if you're unfamiliar with time signatures, don't worry. You don't need to be really well-versed in them to be able to play this piece or to follow me. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to break this down into little groups based on some of the note and string crossing groups. So we're going to start by putting our M finger down to play first, and we're going to play, the first note we're going to play is A. Again, many of these notes are going to be in the A major scale. I think there's maybe one or two exceptions. And we're going to have our fourth finger at the 5th fret of the first string, and we're going to play 4, 3, 4, 1, A, G sharp, A, F sharp. This is all tabbed out and in standard notation for you too as well. Now the next note that we're going to play is a cross, and it's a cross to the second string, and it's a complex cross. So we're going to take a little pause, and then we're going to go on, and we're going to play the next notes. They're 2, 1, 2, and then we move to the third string with a simple cross. D, C sharp, D, A. So string 2, 2, 1, 2, string 3. And you're on your middle finger. You're always going to start all of these 4-note groups with your middle finger, no matter whether it's a simple or complex cross. So we're so far. Now again, we're going to pause as we learn this for our complex cross, and we're going to be playing 3, 2, 3, 1 here, which is also F sharp, E sharp, F sharp, E. 3, 2, 3, 1. Then we're going to move to the fifth string here, and we're going to play on the 5th fret. So we take our 4th finger on the 5th fret here of the 5th string, and we're going to play 4, 3, 4, 1, which would be this. The notes are D, C sharp, D, B. Then we're going to go down to the 6th string, again, another complex cross, and we're going to play 3 notes, 4, 3, 4, or A, G sharp, A. And then we're going to go up from here, just going up the notes of an A major scale. So we're starting here A, G sharp, A. So it's 6th string, 5th fret, 4th finger, to 3rd finger on the 4th fret, and then back to 4 on the 5th fret. So A, G sharp, A. And then the names of the notes I'll give you first, and then we'll go through the fingerings. So it's A, G sharp, A, going up the A scale, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, to G natural. Now, it would be G sharp in a traditional major scale. It's an unexpected note and an unexpected sound. When we get to that, we'll talk about it a little bit more. So let's back up and get there first. So after we play A, G sharp, A on the 6th string, then we're going to go to the 5th string with another complex cross, going from M to I, and we're going to be playing B with the 1st finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, 3, playing C sharp, and then 4th finger at the 5th fret, playing on the 5th string. So, after the simple cross, then we're going to play E, F sharp, and G on the 4th string. We're using the exact same fingering that we did on the 5th string. So 1, 3, 4, E, F sharp, G, and M, I, M in the right hand. After that, we're going to go on with a complex cross to the second fret of the 3rd string, and we're playing A, B, A sharp, B. So 1, 3, 2, 3, and it's index, middle, index, middle. Then we cross to the 2nd string, another complex cross with I, and we're going to play C sharp, D, C sharp, D. 1, 2, 1, 2. Frets 2 and 3 on the 2nd string. After this, we're going to play E, 4th finger, 5th fret, same string with our index finger, and we're going to cross to the 1st string to play E, F sharp, E, F sharp. And we're going back and forth here, and finally, we're getting simple crosses. After that, 1st finger on F sharp, 2nd fret of the 1st string, we're going to finish by simply playing G sharp and A. So let me put it together for you from the C sharp to D, C sharp to D. Now, at the end of the piece, I take my hand, and I take this side of the hand, and I stop all the strings from ringing. I don't want to just lift off the 4th finger when I'm done, because I still have all these overtones ringing that my guitar has created. And so it's important to stop those, but it's also important for the audience to know, or anyone that's listening to you, to know you're done.